Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than I can't wait for the X-Men to join the MCU. I'm your host, Arris. Recently, it's dawned on me that we haven't talked about the X-Men for a while, and that's not okay, my comic comrades. So today, we're going to remedy that problem by running down our list of the 10 most powerful X-Men. But first, one of my favorite parts about my job is getting to meet you guys and talk to you guys in person. And this coming Saturday is another chance to do just that, because I'll be hanging out at the Lost Toys in Dallas, Texas, and all of you guys are invited. So come hang out with me this Saturday, January 27th, and check out some of the awesome comics and collectibles. I'll be there from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Complete info for the meetup is in the description below. I hope to see you guys there. Now, last year we posted a video on the 5 most powerful mutants in the entire Marvel Universe, but today I'm going to narrow down that list to focus on the most powerful X-Men members. I will mention, however, that there are several Omega level mutants that aren't on this list, but that's just because they're technically not an X-Men. Overall, I know this list is probably going to be a bit controversial because of different opinions, but we're going to try to do our best to put them in the most logical order. So let's dive in. Off our list at number 10 is Emma Frost. She was originally a villain known as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club, but she eventually joined the X-Men and became one of the higher-ups, so to speak, at Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. But what makes her so powerful? Well, she has incredible telepathic and telekinetic powers. However, what she's most known for is her ability to essentially turn her body into a diamond, making her virtually invulnerable, as diamonds are one of the hardest materials known to man. She is also widely considered to be on the same playing field with Professor X in terms of pure power, which makes her an Omega level telepath. In short, she's no joke and rightfully deserves to be on this list. Number 9 on our list is a fan favorite X-Men member, and that would be Storm. She is easily one of the most powerful mutants in the Marvel Universe. I mean, she's able to control the freaking weather, allowing her to cause all sorts of Earth-ending destruction if she chooses, just by using the elements. For instance, she could literally single-handedly destroy entire countries, potentially even the Earth, by causing massive floods, or create an ice storm to create a global freeze, or summon the strongest hurricanes and tornadoes you've ever seen to destroy an entire continent. You get the point? What's also nuts is her powers are adaptive, meaning she could adapt to another planet's environment and control the weather on another world. So her powers aren't limited to Earth. Her potential is basically limitless. On one occasion, Supergiant stated that Storm was an Omega level mutate. Sentinels have also considered her to be an Omega level mutant. For those of you wondering, since I'll probably be saying it a lot, Omega level mutants are usually mutants with vast control over energy and matter, and are considered to be the strongest class of mutant. So that tells you why Storm lands here on our list. Number 8 is Bobby Drake, aka Iceman. For some reason, Iceman is not often given the recognition he deserves for being one of the X-Men's most powerful characters. For starters, he's a full-fledged Omega level mutant. Oftentimes, people look at him or hear his name and just think, oh, so he controls ice. So what? But there's a lot more to it, my friends. Obviously, he creates ice, but he also has total and complete control in reducing the thermal energy in anything he wants, meaning he has the power to control thermal energies. Which means that besides being able to turn his body into organic ice, which gives him increased strength, he can also kill someone by freezing the large amounts of water that exist in the human body. Furthermore, Emma Frost helped him learn more about his powers, and he now has the ability to shapeshift, change his body into gas form, and even exist as sentient water vapor, which he can use to make himself invisible. And we placed him above Storm because he's consistently learning more about his powers, meaning his potential is limitless. Coming in at number 7 is Legion. Most people know of Legion now because of his FX TV show. He's the son of Charles Xavier and an Omega level mutant with unimaginable power. I mean, the guy has time travel and reality warping abilities, as well as pyrokinesis, probability manipulation, super strength, and so on. And of course, he has a crap ton of different personas, hence the name Legion. The problem is that each persona controls certain powers, so even though he has an insane amount of abilities and power, he can't use all of his powers at the same time. Having said that, his personalities do take control in rapid succession. Ultimately, the only reason he doesn't rank higher for me is because, unlike everyone else on this list, he lacks full control over his powers, making his abilities very dangerous, erratic, and unpredictable. Next on our list is the Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch's powers have changed a bunch over the years, from hex powers, chaos magic, and reality warping powers, all the way to the 2016 Scarlet Witch series, where she was born with the ability to utilize witchcraft. But the reason she's landed at the 6th spot on our list is because of the 2005 House of M storyline. In that story, she used her reality warping powers to literally get rid of 99% of all mutants' powers, simply by uttering the words, "No more mutants." Are you kidding? That's crazy power. She literally wiped out 99% of the mutant population with a phrase. 3 words. Then, during the 2012 Avengers vs. X-Men event, Scarlet Witch, with the help of Hope Summers, defeated a Dark Phoenix-possessed Cyclops. I'd say being responsible for making mutants almost non-existent, and then being half of the reason Dark Phoenix Cyclops was defeated, easily earns you a nice spot on our list. Today's episode is once again sponsored by the great people over at Verve. We've been telling you guys about Verve for a few months now, but they are an awesome digital platform that gathers channels from a bunch of our favorite content creators and puts them all together in one place. And for a limited time, the team over at Verve, spelled VRV, is giving you guys another chance to try it for yourself with a free 30-day ad-free trial of Verve Premium just by clicking the link in the description below. That's 30 days to watch a ton of great content, including My Hero Academia sub, which we just finished watching with our Variant Live watch-along, and it's one of my new favorite anime series. But they also have shows like Dragon Ball Super and exclusive shows like Last Man and Season 4 of Bravest Warriors. Verve also features other great content like Rooster Teeth's anime Ruby, which most of you know is one of my personal favorites, and Attack on Titan Season 2 sub on the Crunchyroll channel, or 100% dubbed in English on the Funimation channel. If that's not enough, Verve Premium also gives you unlimited access to a ton of additional content from channels like Machinima, Cartoon Hangover, Shudder, and now the new Curiosity Stream and movie channels too, all ad-free in 1080p. You could download the Verve app now or on your iPhone, iPad, Android, Roku, or even your Xbox or PlayStation, so access is crazy convenient. And now you could also watch all your shows on the go without an internet connection. Guys, I'm telling you, we've been using Verve a ton over here and I love it. So don't miss out. Click the link in the description and get your free 30-day ad-free trial of Verve Premium now. And when you do, let us know what you're watching and then tell us on Mondays on Variant Live so we can watch it too. Again, the offer is only for a limited time, so jump on right away. You'll be glad you did. Making it into the top 5 is Magneto. Now, I know he's mainly known as the arch-enemy of Professor X and the X-Men, but he's been part of the X-Men several different times over the years. Mostly when it's for his benefit, but he was part of the team either way. At first glance, some people wonder why the heck a guy who controls metal is so high on this list. Well, that's because his power is so much more than just controlling metal. He has control over all magnetic fields. For instance, he's been shown to control even the most insignificant magnetic particles in both the atmosphere and in living beings. The man has even reversed people's blood flow and has removed metal objects from people's bodies. He could quite literally turn your metal filling into a needle and put it straight through your brain. So with that considered and his ability to draw on and use the magnetosphere of the planet, which extends far into freaking space, I'd say he's quite powerful, especially mixing his power with his genius-level intellect. At number 4 is none other than Professor X. It only makes sense that the man responsible for creating the X-Men is at least in the top 5 somewhere. Sure, he can't walk, but that doesn't stop him from being one of the most powerful X-Men and just about one of the most powerful mutants in general. He's easily one of the most powerful telepaths Marvel has to offer. And with his vast telepathic and telekinetic abilities, along with his intelligence, he's literally one of the greatest minds in all of Marvel. Right up there with Reed Richards and Tony Stark, hence him being a member of the Illuminati. All of this has led to Xavier becoming one of the most influential and important members of the Marvel Universe in general. But if you want to talk sheer power, simply put, to a certain extent, it doesn't even matter how much power or destructive capability you have, as Professor X can just shut down your mind, wipe out your personality, and leave you as a drooling vegetable before you even move a pinky. Now that's power. Coming in at number 3 is Nate Gray, aka X-Man. X-Man is a genetically engineered Omega-level mutant. He was created by Mr. Sinister from the Age of Apocalypse timeline, with the DNA of Jean Grey and Scott Summers. He's basically just Cable from a timeline where he was never infected with the Legacy virus. When Moira Mattagart, who was once one of the world's leading authorities on genetic mutation, examined Nate, she said that his psionic powers rivaled that of freaking Jean Grey, imbued with the freaking Phoenix Force. Yeah, he was measured as having a psionic energy output matching that of the Dark Phoenix. I mean, the guy has ascended to a higher state of existence, becoming a mutant shaman. Meaning Nate is now able to exist as a pure being of psionic energy, unrestrained by the boundaries of the physical world. Utterly insane. Coming in At runner-up is Franklin Richards. He's the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. He was a member of Gen X, which was a younger offshoot team of the X-Men. He was also a future X-Men member in the Ultimate X-Men comics. But what you really need to know is that he's one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, landing him safely at number 2. Putting it simply, he has vast reality warping and psionic powers. He also has complete control over the fundamental forces of the universe, and has been shown to have precognitive powers, meaning he sees things in his dreams before they're gonna happen. And of course, we can't forget that he can resurrect the dead, create copies of people and entire planets, time travel, and created a freaking pocket universe, which was literally just a smaller version of the existing universe. Lastly, as if what I said wasn't enough, he beat 2 Celestials in a fight while in adult form, and was considered to be an equal by the Celestials themselves. Basically what I'm saying is, he may surpass the Phoenix as his powers continue to grow. Coming in at number 1, as you may have guessed by now, is Jean Grey / the Phoenix. If it's not obvious already, here's why she's number 1. Jean Grey has been stated to be the most powerful telepath in the X-Men universe. She's a telepathic, telekinetic, Omega level mutant, or telepath, depending on how technical you want to get. Regardless, she's the most popular host for the Phoenix Force. She was already super powerful before her exposure to the Phoenix Force, but her connection to it has multiplied her power immensely, giving her the power that rivals that of beings like the Living Tribunal. What I'm saying is, when empowered with the Phoenix Force, there's pretty much nothing she can't do. She has total control over all matter on the subatomic scale, to the point where she can manipulate the entire universe. She's also capable of absorbing endless amounts of energy and generating endless amounts of energy. She can create space-time warps to travel through hyperspace or transverse the time stream like it's nothing. She can also manipulate and create new timelines. With the Phoenix Force, she has also brought the dead back to life and absorbed the life force from other beings to create her own. Its power, as you might assume, is thought to be limitless. Jean as the Phoenix is essentially the poster girl for being OP. It's also worth mentioning that without the Phoenix Force, she would be lower on the list. But I thought it would be more fun to judge her with the Phoenix Force, since it's become so synonymous with her character. But that does it for our list. What's yours? Let us know in the comment section down below. First up for Wednesday, January 24th, we have Action Comics issue 996. Superman and Booster Gold are out of time, and they found themselves marooned on a strange planet sometime in the future. So why does this planet's infrastructure look like Krypton? Here we have Raven, Daughter of the Darkness, issue 1. I know there's lots of Teen Titans fans out there, and guess what? One of its members is getting an all-new miniseries. In it, Raven faces a new otherworldly menace that is all too grounded in reality. Here we have Legion, issue 1. That's right, Legion has his own series, so if you're interested in him after me talking about him a little bit today, jump on this new book. And finally, we have Phoenix Resurrection, The Return of Jean Grey, issue 4. In part 4 of this title, Kitty Pryde, Old Logan, and Cyclops are leading teams of the X-Men all across the globe, chasing events connected to the Phoenix. And that's going to do it for another episode of Variant, but remember to go to variantcomics.com to check out all things comics and to keep up with our show. But I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.